started off with that. So we actually did take a break this time, like for about 12 minutes or something. And I showed Ogre Valentino Khan's Deep Down Low, which I've been obsessed with this music video for like 2 weeks now. Why am I looking at the screen instead of the microphone talking?
I don't know.
I'm like over here talking to the screen instead of the mic.
Because you're acting like a knob.
You're a knob. Am I a zombie overlord? Yes. But I'm just saying, Deep Down Low is very... It is Debbie fuel. If there is unsettling body horror, and if that's considered a Necronomiconic trope, then Debbie is certainly on that level. Yeah, she's doing the whole hottie from StarCraft thing, but at the same time,
I wouldn't fucking describe what Debbie does as necromantic, more fleshcraftery.
Well, necronomiconic. Not necromantic, necronomiconic. Kaegro is where the necromancy really comes in, I would think. In her case, it's more chaos magic. It's more just, once again, shape-shifting.
Polymorphic.
Baleful polymorphing at that. In fact, we were talking about we need to really focus on what else can she do, and baleful polymorphing, that's one of her things. To her followers, and we kind of suggested that anyway, by making monsters more monstrous. And to her human followers, she bestows upon them a faceless visage. Like, all they have are as a nose, but their eyes, they no longer need to see. They no longer need to see no evil. They no longer need to speak no evil. They can hear evil and smell evil, whatever. Smell evil even a thing. They keep their nose and their ears, but the rest is just...
That makes more sense, because they can smell it out, and they can hear for it, and they can amplify it.
And in exchange, their face is seen by normal people as the most beautiful version of that face. But in reality, like...
It's not there.
Exactly. Anybody who can peer beyond physical would see that fact that they have no face. Yeah. So that's all of them. That's all of them. Okay, good. We are recording.
Deities, overpowered.
Well, not even that, but just like the evil eye that that the Spook Squad employs. It's a key ability that allows them to see in magic. Yeah. So basically, key abilities, magic, anything that can see the actual
like Kaegro and
easily. But a person like Jude, which I hate,
Darius, that had the inborn dragon sight.
They would see it
constantly true seeing.
They would see them exactly as they are, which is that. So you can tell the difference between a cultist of.
Honestly, I think that's the one major draconic heritage Darius would carry over was the natural true seeing.
I have no problem with that. He can see all the horror that he wants because I will put him through some horrors. The fact that he can't fight against most of it. That's also what I want to point out, especially at this point. Later on, as he builds up, he'll become a tank. But right now, he was a newborn baby thrown through a window. So
I wouldn't say tank. He'd have a legion of corpses to tank for him.
And even more so, he would definitely get involved with. Now, even further, he would get involved with GSG through the Necromantic Guild. Once again, the Guild of Necromancy.
Oh yeah,
because even then they're the ones who believe not only in death but the respect of life. That's what differs between them and the necromancers. Like, we gotta go rob some graves. Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. You know, for real though.
Not to mention the feet in those shoes.
True.
We got to keep Daddy in one piece.
I need metatarsuses. I will pay high for metatarsuses. Why am I talking like that?
We went straight from fucking Debbie to The Hills Have Eyes.
Pretty much.
Necromancy.
So with Debbie, the baleful polymorphing is something I really want to do, is because I don't want her to just turn niggas into frogs. I want her to be able to, like, she has 3 different ways to raise an army. You know, she has the drawing them from the darkness. She has the splinters that she can take over bodies, and the tentacles that take over bodies and explode, you know, that can kill them upon death, which is pretty much the hallmark of her tentacling somebody. It's like, you know that's been a split. It's like, oh my god, it's one of Debbie's splinters. How can you tell? Well, they turned into mustard on the walls, and that's pretty much her thing. So, you see all these stains? That's not stains. That's viscera, my friend. Like, literally, I want a scene where she's like...
Kaegro stick his finger in the body and suck on it and be like, yeah, that's definitely viscera.
I want a scene where she's, like, literally gripping somebody, like, with her fingers in their chest while she's, like, tentacling their flesh. And she's just like, I just want to touch your viscera or something in a really sexy voice. Give her that sexy voice. Now, some people are like, well, why did you have to make her a beautiful woman? Shut up. I'm writing this. You can go fuck yourself.
Evil comes in hot packages.
That too. I just like the idea that, once again, she's like this super seductive, super hot, super dark.
Remember that horrible movie, Queen of the Damned?
Queen of the Damned was bad. Oh, my God. The book was meh. You know, honestly, Anne Rice dropped off. She lost her fucking shit after Interview with the Vampire. Interview with the Vampire and The Vampire Lestat are the only 2 books she's ever written that I'm like, yeah, this is good. Everything else is like, good fucking Christ, what?
Riding the other book's coattails.
Yeah. Like, okay, Interview with the Queen of the Damned wasn't that bad, but it wasn't as good as the first two, and even more so, the fact that new wave fucking 80s is gonna awaken the Queen. No, if it was fucking Metallica, if it was fucking Iron Maiden, if it was fucking anything from the... Okay, if the vampire gods were gonna awaken while listening to Iron Maiden, I would believe that. It's Iron fucking Maiden. Slayer, raining blood, while fucking Aaliyah just awakens from her fucking... Yeah, no, I can see that happening. But fucking new wave with epic saxophone guy in the background. No, and even worse, okay, I'm about to go to my high horse a little bit right now.
And then Jonathan Davis giving his voice to Lestat.
So, I'm going to get on my soapbox right now. Writers, and I don't care how more successful they are than I am, I don't care how better they are than I am, if they don't know how to do lyrics, and if they don't know how to do music, it shows. It shows in their shit. It shows in what they're doing. And the Vampire List, oh god, I don't doubt that a vampire can become a rock and roll superstar, icon. But the shit that they were doing on stage, and then he strut this way, and he strut that way. I was like, no, stop it. What the fuck? Oh, it was based on the Rolling Stones. Well, you chose the wrong rock and rollers to do that with. Seriously. Their onstage antics of Lestat was terrible. It's like, this nigga wouldn't fly on the Sunset Strip. This nigga wouldn't fly in a bar. Why are you doing this? Don't have him do that. It's fucking terrible. And I've seen this shit too. There's this one writer who wrote... Actually, I don't really like her series at all. I'm not going to name names, but she wrote about angels and demons on motorcycles who happen to be rapper gangsters. And exactly, you're making that face. It is as stupid as you... And the worst part about it is the writing was actually kind of bad, but she has a following, a dedicated following. She's dead, and so I don't want to disparage the dead. I'm going to disparage followers. I'm not going to disparage a fellow urban fantasy writer. But her shit was terrible. It was terrible. There were plot holes. It was just fucking terrible. Like, people that should know better are doing shit that's stupid. It was so bad. There were so many Gary Stews and Mary Stews, and I don't know who they are of, but she was a black version of Laurel K. Hamilton. And that's as far as I'm going. That's as far as I'm going on the subject. Suffice it to say, it was just I didn't like reading the first... I read a book and a half of that, and it was like, fucking, this is terrible. And the saddest part is some people would say that because I am a quote-unquote black author, that I should be supporting this shit. But no, I don't support garbage. I do not support something I don't like. I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, well, we got to propagate the community. We got to do better for the community. No, if it's shit, it's shit. And this was hella garbo. There's like 5 or 6 books in the series, and it's like, that's 5 or 6 too many. I normally say write and let everything... God fucking damn it. Turn off your fucking solo. Is that Yuffie? What is that? Is that? Oh, Harley Quinn. Pin up Harley Quinn. Pin up stuff everywhere. Nice. Pin up.
I'm a big fan of the 1950s style pin up.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. The bourgeois shoots are always good for that shit. But anyway.
And it's Harley and Ivy, so.
Exactly. So, Debbie. Debbie. First and foremost, is the design good? That's her quote-unquote original form, but she can shapeshift to just about anything.
Yeah.
And when she's in that form, she's battle mode ready when she does that. Or she may even take on the form of a massive black rotting dragon, is what I'm thinking. Like, not even scales, but just like literally
honestly,
rotting.
with the way we're going, taking her from her original idea of what we had to Debbie.
Yes. Yeah, Debbie.
Debbie that we have now is honestly a various combination of things like insectile, reptilian features.
So we should give her a battle bulk form that's like, which is an allusion to what I just mentioned about that writer. She wrote about battle bulking in her battle form. When she's not in sexy mother form.
Total fucking the worst thing you'd ever want to see mixed with fucking primeval PMS.
So Destroya from the Godzilla series?
No.
No, okay.
Not that bad.
Well, okay, so why don't we give her like a praying mantis skull on top of a draconic body kind of thing? Rotting, the whole thing rotting. I'm telling you, praying mantis would be a great illusion. Yeah, allusion to how praying mantises devour their mates, and give her a praying mantis head. Yeah.
Or at least instead of their arms.
Oh, sights. Yeah. Huh, that'd be interesting. Okay. But the baleful polymorph thing, I would like the not just propagation. So basically, cancer. She's really about cancer. You know, it's like one of her more damaging, one of her more disgusting attacks is to just
Honestly,
basically corpus.
One of her minions, she could fucking steal fucking a radioactive substance and make a radioactive mutant sub-dragon.
That would also cancer dragon. Oh my god! So basically, it looks like fucking Jake Paul.
Oh fuck!
Pretty much cancer dragon. I'm just saying, cancer dragon.
You're giving her too much credit with the dragon part.
Then you got a point. Cancer, period. But I'm just saying, one of her favorite attacks is just to seriously, like within a few seconds, just cause cancer within a human body, and just for the ones that she doesn't like. But otherwise, she can also do that to imbue corpus within people.
Honestly, that could also be, instead of just a damaging attack, she could do it to one of her peons and make them a fucking cancer beast.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, well, corpus, like I said, from... Oh, that's right. Morrowind and Oblivion. Well, Morrowind mainly. Corpus was a disease in that, and we won't call that here, but it's pretty much the same thing. It's like it's magic cancer over there. But in this, it's just literally biotechnology that she can use and utilize within herself, nonetheless. Literally, you were mentioning about her portal earlier, and I want to use the line, "Within me, all are reborn," and that's how she literally breaks people down within her in her battle form, because she's a massive creature in her battle form, you know, her goddess form. And that's how she actually does, is that she breaks people down within herself, reconstructs them, and then releases them back into the world. And that's why they all have such a connection to her. But it's certainly not necromancy, though, even though some of her shit is undead. You know, I want her closer to humanoids than...
God, what was the fucking...
Than a lich or something.
That's what I've been trying to get at. I can't remember what it's called, but it's from White Wolf, the Zamis, the Flesh Crafters.
Oh.
I can't remember what the discipline is called, but it makes more sense.
Well, in her case, it's just she's divine.
It's a very similar process.
That's cool, and that makes a lot of sense. Now, with that stated, she should also have mostly biological weapons. I don't think she would ever have to rely on
everything would be
biological
self-generated and improvised at the time. Like,
but she
instead
does
of
give
guns, she could shoot spines.
No sperm. She shoots spermatozoa that just goes into
Barbed
people.
Spermatozoa.
Exactly. They just go into people and take them over from the inside and turns them into the cancer beast. Yeah. But a baleful cancer beast, so it explodes at the end. So
when it hits your hip.
Yeah. I am both the mother. I am the father. I am the mother. I am both the father and the mother. I am chaos given form. I'm liking this shit.
I am the progenitor.
Dude, I just wrote...
Where a clown turns into Violator, it goes from Debbie to progenitor.
I don't think we should call her progenitor, but she should have an assistant that does, though.
Castraticron? No, that's metal.
Shit. Diametrixus? Something Ametrixus? We'll figure it out.
Diametrix?
No. Diamax.
Yeah.
DMX. She call her
DMX.
Call her Dio. We should call her Dio.
DMX. Does she run around going? Do her minions go DMX?
After the cancer beast overlord comes out of her,
little black Rough Riders pop out and run around.
All he looks at her. He goes, "My lady," and she goes, "X just gave it to you." X don't give it to you. Fuck, wait for the man to transmogrify on your own.
He rides in on a motorcycle, rough riding.
I would love to have
While the
her.
people under the wheels are groaning in agony.
Oh my god! A flesh bicycle.
Motorcycle.
Flesh motorcycle. Yeah. The meat motorcycle. Dude, that's some straight up fucking Tokyo Gore Police bullshit right there. The meat motorcycle.
It's the Debbie thing.
Oh my fucking Christ! You're right. I like this. Okay.
Anything that could be made out of people and function just out of the sheer will of gore.
Debbie's end-all, be-all endgame, because you always got to think of these things. You know, what motivates these characters. Debbie's motivation is purely solely for the Court of Chaos. That's what she does. She's not a slave to chaos. She is chaos. If something happened to chaos, she would be the first goddamn thing that would become chaos. She would lose herself, but she would do so gloriously in the name of chaos. You know what I mean? So, Cass! Captain Cass! So, I'm just saying, Debbie just has this singular goal of propagating chaos no matter where she goes. The more chaos reigns, the more anarchy reigns. That's a good shout out right there. The more anarchy reigns. It's over in my defeated games area.
I heard something about it. I just don't remember much about the game.
Oh, dude, it's a spiritual successor to Mad World. It's fucking incredible. It's a great fucking game. I think we gave it like an 8 out of 10 or some shit, or a 4 out of 5 in the Divulgans. Anarchy Reagans! Yeah, but I know it's Reigns. And, dude, no, the music is killer. The gameplay's fun as fuck, and you play some of the most stylistic killers you've ever played. Like, if Manhunt...
Is it a fighter?
Yes. Well, it's a 2.5D fighter, I want to say. It's like Streets of Rage, but in a singular location. So you're running around this location, up and down, left and right, killing everything. And you're just defeating waves of horrible mutants and shit. We gotta listen to the music sometime. You will love the music. I'm not joking, dude. It's good shit. So, Debbie. I wouldn't mind her... No, she is kind of Necronomiconic the way we're presenting her. Even though she's got this beauteous form, she's got this hideous insectile draconic form.
She's more Cthulhian.
Yeah, but the thing is, I wouldn't mind giving her a little bit of that the Whisper of Madness, the Dancers in the Dark bullshit. So she does. So when she talks music. Music can actually soothe her. Maybe, I don't know. I want to have it be on an accident. Somebody might discover this, or Darius discovers that music actually stops her for a second. That's lovely. Bam! You know, if I kills you anyway. But, like, you know, it's one of those things where, for me, it's important as a writer to have this character have at least a little something like that. Because there's always the chance that I may someday write a side story where it's a normal human running from her cult. And that's the one thing that may save them, you know? And it's not a Deus Ex Machina as it is establishing a weakness. That may not be a weakness, but somebody like Frank, for instance, a powerless Frank, could take advantage of. You know what I mean? That split second. And in Frank's case, all he needs is a split second, and you're just toast. He will figure it out. You know? So, what do you think about that? Like, music's just her thing. So every now and then, if she's in her human form, she stops and it's like, oh, what is that?
I could see it being one of those things if it's something that appeals to her.
The other thing is it would give Darius and Kaegro both a week after she crosses over into this world. She's going to take a week off to just listen to music. She's going to download everything on Spotify, and it gives them a chance to bulk up their ship at the same time, because Debbie's Debbie. But at the same time, I just like the idea of the superpowered, chaotic goddess walking over to our world and hearing Chuck Berry for the first time. And it's just like, that is wonderful. What is that? You know, so she doesn't want to fucking kill everything for like a week. Literally, just listening to music on YouTube.
Yeah, with her being, you know, chaos, I could see her being capricious and mercurial.
Yeah, but it is every song. Well, not every song. Like you said, she has her
right,
like what she likes.
Something new that she hasn't heard. So something away from pop media.
It's not pop media that she trips out about. It's EDM, it's house, but it's also metal, it's also punk, it's also
honestly, it's stuff that hasn't been played,
jazz, blues,
in the era that Neo LA has been in.
Yeah, but and I would think that she would still be about jazz and blues amongst the older types as well. This is all music that she hasn't really heard because she's been kind of locked away for.
You know, it's not some idiot with a lute or a lyre.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's not a fucking bard. Fucking bards.
Oh, yeah. That might also play into the fact if she might specifically target buskers.
One of her assistants...
when she's on a rampage.
Yeah. One of her assistants is
Bring
going to be...
the buskers.
Bring forth mine bards, and I will kill them all. No, she...
Debbie wants a snack.
One of her assistants is going to be a high-powered music executive. When I mean high-powered, I mean, you know the motherfucker, Moloch? I mean that motherfucker that, like, you know, caused Lil Wayne to be good, become a superstar, you know, because it was one motherfucker. It was Moloch that did it. He sold his soul to a fucking devil, and that's how he got good. Because that nigga ain't shit before then. Well, you know, the same guy that made Taylor Swift fucking superstar, or fucking Miley Cyrus. That's the motherfucker that Debbie's gonna get. Like, she's gonna call forth 4 angels of the apocalypse to do her bidding, 4 tentacles that will be her main generals. Him, at least one that's the head of assassins. So that's basically her business point right there. One who's going to be the head of her assassins and her staunchest bodyguard. The one with the flesh motorcycle. I could name you Boros. I don't know why. I just like the name.
Boros, Boy Rider.
No. The flesh motorcycle is made from the flesh of priests. Oh Oh my god! And the background music is "Drink the Blood of the Priest" by Procus Helm. Oh yes. So that's at least those two. We
also, still fitting. Procus Boy Rider.
Procus Boy Rider. So we have Boros. We have
Boros Boy Rider.
Boros. We have.
I don't know why Boy Rider's stuck in my head.
The businessman, the Boy Rider, the Boy Rider.
You never know. He could be a bear that's into twinks.
You got a point. She has an actual bear for her third. Just the businessman, the Boy Rider, the bear. Well, what's the bear? What's his power? He's a bear.
What's the bear? What's his power? Her power.
Yeah, it's a female bear. So yeah, she has a third bear.
Ursus.
Ursula. Oh my god. Okay. Ursulon.
The lactating Ursa.
Oh my god. A bear hug a grizzly suck milk from her titty. So you have the demon lactating fucking bear.
Hey, we don't have to stick with that one. That's
nope.
just flying out of your head.
Kind of want this. I kind of want the third. It's just Ursula.
Demon bear.
Ursulac. I just want a bear to be the third tentacle, and the fourth tentacle. I don't know. We'll work on that later. Maybe somebody. Well, we have a businessman. We have a. Well, we have like a completely normal guy that never got the fourth tentacle. No. That's stupid.
No, it'd have to be somebody who would appeal to her.
Exactly. The businessman appeals to her because, much like with Kaegro and such, she does have that part of her where she's going to want inroads in the business. And the one guy that has made all these other people superstars and has all these networks in the music, and like I said, she's into music. That makes sense. She needs not a bodyguard, but at least one person.
Dick Cheney.
Her Dick Cheney, yes.
No. Dick Cheney.
What? Can I get away with? Can we do that?
I don't know.
That would be great if I could. I would do that.
No, Karl Rove.
But maybe we do need a politician.
The man who made Bush president, Karl Rove.
But you're onto something. We need a politician. We have a businessman. We have a bodyguard. We have a bear. Don't even ask what that is. It's just whatever. It's the bear. In fact, with each of the other three, whenever they're like, I want you to say hello to my new assistant, Ursulac. Bear!
Squirt, squirt.
Sir, is that a lactating... She lactates lava. Why? Chaos. So she lactates lava.
Don't make her lactate. Why? It hurts.
Sir, your vice president is a bear. I know. I want you to make this into a star. Oh my god! And they do a Britney Spears job on the bear, and the bear. Oops! It has a fucking like.
Smack! Nom nom nom.
That's literally.
They signed a waiver before they entered the building.
Ursulac is canon, the third member, and they constantly are trying to get her to do other things with their stuff, except she's a fucking bear. The only one she really deals with well is Boros. So we have the mogul, we have the politician. I like the idea of her taking over politician because that's Necronomicon as shit. In fact, he can be her high priest. I like the idea of that. This fucking GOP retarded ass Republican nigga. I just alienated a part of our audience. How dare you say that? Yeah, fucking snowflakes.
Ted Cruz.
So she got this Ted Cruz ass nigga that she just makes him remakes him completely in her image, and he's the high priest. That's her secretly. Oh, Spalding, yeah, Senator Spalding. Yeah, I like that, Senator Spalding. So she's got Senator Spalding.
It's the whitest, most politician name I could think of.
There's whiter ones, but I was thinking of it as a shout out to Rob Zombie's shit. You know, Captain Spalding, Senator Spalding. No, so
Senator Spalding's fried chicken chain.
Hey, he might own fried chicken on the side. I'm just saying, but he's the reason why she was able to establish her influence into Undertown, because he's one of the ones that deal with Undertown directly in the Beowulf Society. So that's why she took him. And the scene I want to do really is, I love scenes with mirrors. You know, I want her to raise up 4 mirrors out of the ground, and out of the 4 walk the 4 agents that are destined to be hers. You know, it makes sense to me. I like that scene. I don't know why. And so she names each one, you know, Boros, the Boy Rider. I'm going to keep that. And, okay, Boros. Let's go further into Boros. So I see a big fuck-off Jaggy type from Fist of the North Star. He's got this helmet that's just like, oh, you know. But, you know, there was a character I've developed called Mid Boss. I've always wanted to use him in something, but he wouldn't be good for this. Never mind. Mid Boss had a hockey mask, and he was a post-apocalyptic blacksmith. He was a character I was going to play for post-apocalyptic. You know the photo shoots over at Jade.
A little bit.
No, Jasmine. Tilted Canvas.
I think I saw some of them. I didn't see any with you.
I never really got a chance to do the post-apocalyptic shoots, but I always wanted to play that character, and I could do that. But there's this particular sledgehammer I wanted, and that's his main fighting style. He's got a belt full of hammers. That's his thing, is hammers. He makes weapons and dispenses wise advice. He fights on behalf of the bad guy until the good guy shows up, and then he goes, well, you defeated me, I'm gone. It's the philosophy that the mid-boss survives.
Really just waiting for the hero to show up.
Exactly. But otherwise, he's going to just take advantage until then. It's a statistic of a mid-boss will survive where the final antagonist usually is defeated. Seriously. The mid-boss usually survives. So he just kind of takes it to the extreme where it's like, well, when the good guy shows up, he's defeated me. I'll give him the weapon. I'll give him the advice.
Look, the hero is at our front gate. I'm going to have to go fight them now.
Yeah.
Welcome to my lair. I am defeated.
Dude, I do that shit with in Haymakers and Hellhounds with the Demon King. Okay, we got a break for now. It's been 26 minutes, and we'll be back in just a moment.